G'day guys, how's it going? My name is AussieTash. I said we're going to break down the cities of the Netherlands. Really looking forward to getting into this particular city, so let's roll.
Amsterdam, the capital of the Netherlands, is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe. With its universities,
world.
academies and research institutes, along with more than 40 museums, numerous theatres and entertainment
that?
venues, Amsterdam is also the country's leading cultural centre.
Mm-hmm.
In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 rated attractions and things to do in Amsterdam. And just wait till you see the top 3 that we're going to be showing in this video.
The top
Something you
3.
would never even have thought
Okay.
of. So make sure you watch till the end. At number 10, visit one of the world's oldest botanical gardens. Amsterdam offers a surprising dose of nature in the very heart of the city. Hortus Botanicus Amsterdam, the city's botanical garden, is one of the world's oldest and should definitely be included in your sightseeing itinerary. Founded in 1638, this much-visited attraction began life as a humble herb garden for doctors and apothecaries.
Oh, that's
Today,
cool.
it features rare plants and trees, exotic flowers, and a large hothouse encompassing different tropical zones. Highlights of a visit include exploring the lovely old pavilion, a hexagonal structure that dates back to the late 17th century, plus the 1870s orangery. The Palm House is also notable, in particular for its architectural style. Plant enthusiasts are also in for a treat, as the gardens are home to a wide variety of rare plant and tree species. Worth mentioning are examples of the Persian ironwood tree, plus numerous tropical species in the historic hothouse. For those wanting to linger longer, there's an on-site cafe.
Oh man, that would be so cool. It would smell beautiful, look beautiful, have something to eat.
At 9,
lovely.
Rembrandt House Museum.
Okay.
Rembrandt, along with his wife Saskia, spent the happiest years of his life in the house on the Jodenbrestraat, now home to the Rembrandt House Museum. It was here, in the Jewish quarter, that he found models for his biblical themes, and where he painted the sights from his many outings along the canals.
This was his house.
Rembrandt lived here for 20 years, and the house has been furnished in the 17th century style with numerous etchings and personal objects.
Oh, wow.
English language guided tours are available. Just a 2-minute walk away is Zuiderkerk, South Church, where 3 of Rembrandt's children are buried, as well as one of his pupils. Constructed between 1603 and 1611, it was the first Protestant church to be built in Amsterdam after the Reformation and was designed by architect Hendrik de Keyser, who is also buried here. After extensive restoration, it is now a centre for local cultural activities and events. Another Rembrandt-related destination in the city is Rembrandt Square, home to numerous cafes and restaurants, along with a statue of the famous painter.
Okay, so we can go to Rembrandt's house where he lived for 20 years and did some of his beautiful, beautiful paintings. And now that's turned into a museum, the Rembrandt House Museum. That is so cool. You can go to his church. There's a Rembrandt Square where there's a huge statue of him, a huge cultural centre. I love your squares because they're just going to be so beautiful. You're going to be able to bike along, walk along. There's going to be the nice cafes. There's not going to be any cars. I just love that you just don't see many cars because street sounds, street noise, street congestion is just horrible. I almost got hit by a car yesterday walking across the pedestrian crossing where the cars are supposed to stop. This lady, she didn't stop.
At 8, West Church. Located next door to the Anne Frank Museum, Amsterdam's West Church is one of the most popular churches to visit in the city. It's certainly one of the most picturesque. Completed in 1630, this attractive Renaissance church is unusual due to its many internal and external Gothic features. Its 85-metre tower, popularly known as Lange Jan, is the highest in the city. On the tip of its spire is a large replica of the Emperor's crown, placed there in memory of Emperor Maximilian of Austria.
Wow, that's
inside the tower, a carillon proclaims the hours. Other highlights include a fine organ dating from 1622, along with an interesting marble column placed here in 1906 in memory of Rembrandt. The great artist was originally buried outside the church, but was later reinterred inside. A gift shop is located on site. No, that's in the church, not the actual grave.
Very funny. How do you play those organs? They look beautiful.
At 7, tour the Royal Palace of Amsterdam. Formerly the town hall, the Royal Palace of Amsterdam serves as the king's residence when he's in the city. Its construction was a monumental task when started in 1648 and required the sinking of 13,659 piles to support the mammoth structure. Based
Wow.
upon the architecture of ancient Rome, the exterior is strictly classical, while the interior is magnificently furnished, its apartments decorated with a wealth of reliefs, ornamentation, marble sculptures and friezes. Check out the spectacular ceiling paintings by Ferdinand Bol and Govert
So you
Flinck,
can tour
pupils
here.
of Rembrandt. Other highlights include one of the finest furniture collections in the world and the City Treasurer's Room with its marble fireplace and ceiling paintings by Cornelis Holstein. You'll also see the Hall of the Aldermen, also containing paintings by Bol and Flinck. The largest and most important room is the Council Hall, sumptuously decorated and one of the most beautiful staterooms in Europe. English language guided tours are available and useful audio guides are included with admission.
Oh, have a look at that. Hold on. So you can tour here. You can tour through the king's palace when he's not, sleeping there overnight. Oh my gosh, this is like your Buckingham Palace. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to have to learn a bit about your royal family. I really have no idea. But so you've got a king, a queen? I'm going to have to learn more about your royal family. This palace looks absolutely beautiful. How cool is it that you can go in there for a guided paid tour? That's awesome. I'm pretty sure you can't tour Buckingham Palace. I know you can go around and walk around it and stuff and see, all the guards and stuff like that and the changing of the guards wearing their red uniforms and their black hats and stuff. But I don't think you can actually tour and go inside there. Don't know if you'd want to. You might run into Queen Camilla. That's absolutely beautiful. I love this palace.
At 6, people watch at Dam Square. Dam Square is one of the most tourist-packed areas of Amsterdam, and for good reason. Its most prominent feature is the 17th century Royal Palace, former home of the Dutch royal family and present-day venue for royal functions. Dam Square is also home to top tourist attractions such as the new church, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum and the National Memorial Statue, which is dedicated to Dutch soldiers who lost their lives in World War II. This huge public square is, naturally, lined with numerous cafes, restaurants and shops, and is usually full of vendors selling food and souvenirs. Tourists will also find a Ferris wheel, perfect for getting a different perspective, as well as plenty of entertainment, ranging from street performers and buskers to first-rate music festivals.
Oh my gosh, I want to go to this square. I want to go on that Ferris wheel at night time.
And now at 5, family fun and flowers at Vondelpark. The largest and most visited park in Amsterdam, Vondelpark occupies 120 acres and contains no end of fun things to do. In addition to expanses of green space dotted by peaceful ponds and traversed by ample paths, the park is home to a lovely rose garden featuring more than 70 different types of the flower. It also has a variety of sculptures and statues, playgrounds and other recreational facilities, including rollerblade rental and the Vondelpark Open Air Theatre, which serves as a venue for musical and stage productions from May through September. If you haven't packed a picnic, don't worry. The park is also full of cafes where you can enjoy a snack or a full meal.
Okay, so Yondell Park, 120 acres, just looks absolutely beautiful. And there's so much stuff you can do. AussieTash can't rollerblade. I can roller skate. Can I get some roller skate rentals instead? Oh my gosh, everything in that square. There's like a palace, there's a Burger King, there's bikes, there's everything. Okay, so in Australia, we don't call it Burger King. It tastes exactly the same. The franchise is exactly the same. But in Australia, it's called Hungry Jack's. And that's because when they tried to bring it to Australia, when they tried to bring the franchise Burger King to Australia, there was a burger place that was already owned by two brothers and they wouldn't sell their name, their business name to Burger King. So in Australia, it's called Hungry Jack's. There's a little story for you. Yondell Park, the square, the palace, the Ferris wheel. Oh my gosh, no wonder that's one of the most popular places to visit in Amsterdam. It just looked absolutely awesome. The old buildings, that Ferris wheel at nighttime, eating a Whopper, sign me up.
Next up at 4, explore the Jordan neighbourhood. Jordan is the most popular of Amsterdam's neighbourhoods and is
Oh,
well known for its mix of residential areas with garden courtyards, lively markets and upscale boutiques and eateries.
loving the
The area
denim.
is also home to plenty of fun things to do, from taking a pleasant stroll along the many picturesque streets to spending time visiting the many top-rated tourist attractions located here. Although best known as the location of Anne Frank House, the
Okay.
area is also home to lesser-known treasures like the Woonboots Museum, a floating museum dedicated to houseboats, and the
Oh, I love
interesting,
that.
yes, honestly, Amsterdam Cheese Museum.
Yeah,
Tasty! On
we all
Saturday
love cheese,
mornings,
mate.
Lindengracht turns into a huge open-air market where you can find local crafts, produce, flowers and goodies perfect for filling a picnic basket. Monday mornings, it is Westerstraat that fills with 200 vendors' stalls, this time selling a wide range of goods in a flea market-style bazaar.
Oh,
Jordan's
wow.
restaurants and cafes have become the trendy place to sit and people watch while enjoying
Yeah.
traditional Dutch folk music, as one does.
Oh. That's just taken my breath away. The beautiful canal rides, like a houseboat museum. Oh, imagine living in a houseboat along those canals. Absolutely beautiful. Waking up, taking a stroll every morning, going to one of those restaurants on a Monday morning, getting something to eat, buying some denim from one of those markets. Oh, that's just taken my breath away. It looks absolutely beautiful. And on a beautiful spring day when it's not raining, oh, I'd love it. Absolutely love it.
At 3, experience great art at the Van Gogh Museum.
This is
A
a cool
must visit for
museum.
art fans and historians. The spectacular Van Gogh Museum has been one of Amsterdam's top attractions since it opened in 1972. Dedicated to the often troubled life and extraordinary artistry of one of the country's most revered painters, this modern Gerrit Rietveld designed structure is home to the world's largest collection of Van Gogh paintings and artifacts, much of it donated by his brother, Theo, and other family members. Boasting an impressive 200 paintings,
Wow.
500 etchings and drawings, as well as 700 letters written to and by friends and family, the collection is split into key periods of the artist's life. His realistic works, including the famous The Potato Eaters, and his impressionist period from 1887 to 1890, which saw the creation of perhaps his best-known work, Vase with
I
Sunflowers.
think I know that one.
A highlight of a visit is the amazing Meet Vincent van Gogh experience, a
What have we
fascinating
got here?
multimedia presentation of the painter's life and times through vivid digital reproductions of his work.
That's pretty
Also
cool,
of
man.
interest are works by Van Gogh's contemporaries, including such leading artists as Paul Gauguin and Henri de Toulouse-Lautrec. If time allows, be sure to check the availability of the museum's educational workshops in such disciplines as painting and photography. A cafe, shop and library are also located on site.
Okay, so the Van Gogh Museum. That looks absolutely awesome. I've mentioned before I visited Paris, so I went to the Louvre and I seen all the cool paintings in there. Is it similar? Like when you see the Mona Lisa, it's like in front of glass, there's heaps of glass in it. I think it's to protect it from all the camera flashes and stuff like that. I'm guessing that'll be the same here with some of Van Gogh's really awesome old paintings as well, like his most famous paintings. Maybe the sunflower one, it's probably behind glass and stuff like that. So all the flashes doesn't, destroy the color in the paintings and stuff like that. This looks really, really cool. I love old museums. This is definitely on my bucket list of museums to go to. It looks like it has a really beautiful courtyard, similar to what the Louvre had. I love walking around that courtyard, and I bet you I'd love walking around this courtyard as well.
And at number 2,
Number 2.
visit Anne Frank House.
Okay.
On the Prinsengracht stands Anne Frank House. Dedicated to the all-too-short life of one of the world's best-known Holocaust victims, this is the actual home in which Anne's family hid for much of World War II. The Franks were Jewish refugees from the German city of Frankfurt, and it was
Okay.
here that Anne wrote the diary that became an international bestseller after
Yes.
the war. It was published just a few years after her death at age 15, just 2 months
15?
before the war ended.
Oh,
Much of the home has been kept as it was during Anne's time, and it serves as a poignant monument to a tragic period in history.
yeah.
A word of caution, tickets do sell out up to 2 months or more in advance,
Okay, that's
so be
good to
sure to
know.
plan ahead and purchase your tickets ahead of time online.
Okay. I'm going to have to watch a video on Anne Frank and learn about her diary and stuff like that. I know we've all seen the movies and the documentaries and stuff, but I'd like to see a really cool, detailed video and react to a really cool, detailed video So I'm going to have to jump online and find one. Guys, if you can steer me in the right direction, leave a suggestion on Discord. That would be absolutely fantastic. 16 years old. She wrote these diaries, living in an absolutely horrible, horrible period in history, and died at the age of 16. Oh my gosh, just 2 weeks before the end of the war. That is really, really sad.
And
Number
finally,
one.
at number 1, see the art collections at the Rijksmuseum.
Oh my god.
One of Amsterdam's most popular attractions, and certainly its most important art repository, the Rijksmuseum, was founded in 1798 to house the country's huge collection of rare art and antiquities. The museum's impressive collection includes 1 million cultural artifacts dating from the 13th century to the modern day.
Gosh, are you
Among them, more than
serious?
8,000 important paintings spread across 250 rooms of this sprawling building. In addition to its paintings, the Rijksmuseum boasts a well-stocked library of more than 35,000 books and manuscripts, as well as numerous fascinating displays dealing with the development of art and culture in the Netherlands. Of special note are its collections of traditional handicrafts, medieval sculpture, and modern art styles. A variety of themed English language guided tours are available.
Oh,
For a
sign me up.
special experience, try the fun art history canal cruise, taking in many of the sites represented in the Rijksmuseum's collections, or book a table at the museum's Michelin-starred restaurant.
Of course you would.
English language guided tours are available. To avoid lineups, nearly 2.5 million people visit each year. Book your tickets in advance online.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, wow.
And there you have the top 10 rated attractions and things to do in Amsterdam. Did you like what you saw?
I absolutely love what I saw. The museums. There's like 40 museums. That last museum, well, the top rated museum, absolutely beautiful. 250 rooms, old paintings, just so many cool things. Amazing, beautiful things. 2.5 million people go there a year. Oh my gosh, I have fallen in love with Amsterdam. And how cool was it that they didn't have to mention, the red light district and all that stuff. They mentioned and talked about Amsterdam and how beautiful it is for its culture, for its history, for its old buildings and books. I just love the smell of old books. So I definitely want to go to this museum. Take a breath, AussieTash. That was a really cool video. I'm so glad I watched the top 10 places to visit in Amsterdam 2023. Guys, if I've missed out on some places, please leave your comments in Discord. I'd love to read them. That was the video for today. If you liked the video, please jump on, smash the like button, leave a comment, and of course remember to subscribe. That really helps the channel out. Cheers from down under. Take care. Bye.